Hi guys, it's me, your Vertical Spy 17. So I was gonna do a video on the Crow remake trailer, but seeing how more people are doing what I would expect them to do, yeah, I'm not gonna bother with it because I'm gonna do a video on it when the film gets released. Until then. But one thing I'm actually gonna talk about is the one person I'm happy for, super happy for, and super happy that they're doing good in their lives. That person is Jake Lloyd, the original Anakin Skywalker, or kid Anakin Skywalker. I want you guys to know this. After watching Star Wars Theories video on Jake Lloyd, I'm going to be honest with you. I did not know this stuff. What was going... Now I know I made some videos talking about, how Jake Lloyd hates Star Wars, how Star Wars ruined his life. How Star Wars, fans said they hated him. They thought he was the worst thing in Star Wars. But now finding out his mom kept him from even hearing any of that. Meaning that, I don't want you hearing about stuff people are saying on the internet or whatever. So yes, Jake Lloyd's mom, Lisa, you done a good job. Because boy oh howdy, I think the time when episode 1 came out, I think unlike today, how Star Wars is kind of the cool thing today, but now thinking about it, yeah, the 90s were didn't treat Star Wars fans the kindest. Yeah, believe it or not, being a Star Wars fan is meaning, hey, look, it's the geek who likes Star Wars. Throw something at him. Or, dang, you watch Star Wars? How old are you? 35? And you still watch this stuff that, that's PG, that's for little kids? Like, yeah. Believe it or not, if you went to high school, you said you even like two certain franchise. Actually, a few certain franchise. Star Wars, Star Trek, D&D. You don't know what D&D is. Dungeons and Dragons. And, some of those things, you would definitely be labeled a geek, a nerd, a dork, and just all the above. But now, since today's standards where, depending where you live or depending what, decade it was during the time, Star Wars is no longer the geek thing. Now, pretty much most majority of people are into Star Wars. I said most majority of people. But back in the 90s, imagine being on a Star Wars set, being one of the Star Wars actors, and being someone who's like Star Wars. Now, despite the whole toxic fandom of Star Wars also. Now, yeah, in Star Wars, there's both good and there's both bad. The bad is pretty much, people saying, so-and-so who plays this sucks, or someone who doesn't like the prequels, some who say the originals are too old, and some who hate Disney Star Wars, which it's depending who you're asking. But either way, Jake Lloyd, I'm going to be honest with you, it wasn't Star Wars that drove him mad, basically. When I mean mad, I mean drove him insane. It was actually other things. Like, if you started in the biggest franchise that made more than $1 billion. Something that made more than $1 billion. Yeah, you're gonna get some stalkers. You are definitely gonna get some freaking stalkers stalking the hell out of you. The fact that they did mention that a strange person was in Jake Lloyd's house that one time, threw him off the rails, and the fact that there were people with cameras, taking pictures of Jake Lloyd. Could it be paparazzi? Could it be people with their cameras and phones and stuff? It's ridiculous. It would drive someone, insane. But that's not the only thing. Going through a divorce during Jake Lloyd's time, while being on, after doing episode 1 and just doing certain other roles. He actually did do a film during the time. It was back. I think it was back in 2001. Jake Lloyd. So, I'm on his IMDb. Just give me one sec. Give me a few seconds for the moment. So yeah, he did, after episode 1, he did a lot of video games for the Star Wars prequel during the time. Madison. That was the last film he was in, and since then. But, either way, actually looking at a picture of what he looks like right now, he looks... he has a beard, but heck, he's 35 now, so who wouldn't have a beard at the age of 35? But either way, good news is he's doing well. They said he went to go see the film Wonka, and he had a fun time. I just recently saw last week, Dune, but either way, and also the good news is he doesn't hate Star Wars, even though people have talked mad shit about him, about Star Wars. The good news is he doesn't hate Star Wars. I guess it was just like an internet thing where they say, oh, he burned all his toys of Star Wars, which honestly, if you were to watch Star Wars Theory, you would see that, he really was going through the loops of stuff, and he was really, going through some stuff during the time, and being off his meds. You know what happens when you take medication, when you get a diagnosis, and you're told to take medication, you're off your medication, you've been off your medication for quite some time, and it kind of throws you off in a loop. Yeah, it happens. It does happen. So either way, Jake Lloyd, I'm happy he's doing good. If he ever considers doing cons or Comic-Cons or fan expos, I would 100% still want to go see him, because I'm now happy that most people are saying, oh, I hate Disney Star Wars, but I do love the prequels a lot better. It makes me appreciate the prequels a lot better. And to be fair, it does make you appreciate the prequels a lot better today. But really, once you start in something that has made more than a lot of money, people are going to stalk you. People are going to, take pictures of you without your say-so. And, there's a price of being fame. There's a price of being famous, is what I'm trying to say. Once you made something that's getting a lot of attention, a couple of things were going to happen to you. 1, people are going to stalk you. 2, people are going to take advantage of you. And 3, people will try to make stories about you. If you've seen certain TV shows where someone says something, or one of the paparazzi, see something, and they like to twist it, embellish it. That's what I mean. So really, yeah, I'm just happy Jake Lloyd's doing well these days, and I hope for him to keep doing what he's doing. Maybe if he comes back up doing acting, maybe he can probably come back and do that. Maybe part-time, half-time, whatever. Or if he winds up doing cons, I would like to still meet him, and also meet other Star Wars actors. Ewan McGregor. Last year, I could have met Hayden Christensen at the Fan Expo last year, but he was too expensive, and I didn't have enough money. So, I mean, meeting Fonzie and frickin' Danny Trejo, Deadpool's girlfriend in Deadpool, and RoboCop, and Jason Lee. Yeah, but either way, Jake Lloyd, I'm happy he's doing well. I'm just truly happy for him. I'm just truly happy that he's getting better. He's finally not letting the bad stuff get to him. So I'm just happy for him. I'm truly happy for him, honest to God. Now, with that being said, I know I said in the last video I was going to do Dragon Ball GT. Maybe, hopefully, if I have the time next week, because next week I do want to see Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. But either way, I'll save that for another time. Maybe do a small review or something. But either way, Jake Lloyd, I'm truly happy for you. With that being said, Vertical Spy, outro.
Yo, Steve Bloom here, voice of Spike Spiegel. Remember to subscribe and get vertical.